This short video is going to talk about our third project, the Annotated Bibliography. The Annotated Bibliography is the beginning of our major research project for the unit. It's going to be at least 4 pages, but you're likely going to find that yours is going to be much longer just because it's a different format than a normal essay, and it's 15% of your final grade. So we've been learning how college-level writing requires you to join a conversation, to listen before you add your new insights, observations, or information. But you can't join the conversation until you've listened to the voices already involved. So the Annotated Bibliography gives you an opportunity to get credit for the work you do with the background research and reading that prepares you to write that essay. So the next 2 projects are linked. You'll first write an annotated bibliography, and you'll develop a research question and find sources about that research question. Then you're going to use those sources to write your academic research essay. You have to complete the annotated bibliography before you can write the final essay, and it has to be approved. So if you turn in an annotated bibliography that doesn't show that you're really ready to write the essay, you're going to have to revise it. And you cannot change your research question between the 2. So for these 2 projects, the class is going to be focusing on the very broad topic of the internet. We're going to be doing a lot of work in class and through activities, worksheets, and process work to learn about aspects of the internet or web culture. Under that giant umbrella, you can deal with any specific theme that deals with the internet or web culture that interests you. So we'll be looking at some of those various conversations that are already happening in class. You're welcome to work on any of the topics we do in class, or if you have something else you're interested in, you can be as creative as you want as long as your topic is linked to that general conversation of the internet. So the annotated bibliography, what is it and why are we doing it? So throughout your college career, you're going to have to do a lot of research. You might be asked to produce a very specific genre of writing called the annotated bibliography. So we're going to learn how to do an annotated bibliography in this class so you're ready for your future classes. An annotated bibliography is a list of relevant, related sources that are cited and include an annotation, and the annotation is a summary and analysis. So researchers and students produce annotated bibliographies to share information, curate sources, and to organize their thinking and research before writing. So here are the assignment requirements. You're going to formulate a research question about some topic related to the general subject of the internet. We're going to work on that in class, so don't just come up with a topic right now. We're going to go through some process work to get to that topic. It should be a question that does not have a clear answer. It should also be a question that you don't already have an opinion or answer to that you want to work on. It should be a question that you're open to reading widely about. Then you're going to compile an annotated bibliography of at least 7 sources. You have to include at least 1 database reference source, 2 viewpoint or argumentative sources from our databases, 1 peer-reviewed journal article, and you can include no more than 2 general internet sources that you find through something like Google or Google Scholar. Over the course of the next few weeks, we are going to go through all of these types of sources, and you'll have lots of opportunities to find those as part of our classwork. All sources in your annotated bibliography must be appropriate for college-level research. So direct your annotated bibliography to an audience of your professor, because they're the ones that are going to approve the research before you can move on to the next project. So once you complete the bibliography, you'll transform your research into an argumentative essay. You must complete the bibliography before your essay can be submitted or accepted. So a lot of the process that is listed here in the instruction sheet, we are going to be doing as part of our classwork. It's really important for this section of the project that you're completing the homework activities and the process work activities, because it's going to do a lot of this work for you. These are not separate things. Some things that you want to keep in mind is that you should not have an argument yet. You should not develop your annotated bibliography with the point of proving something that you already think or already want to say. Your annotated bibliography should be about a question that you don't have an answer to, but that you have curiosity about. The other thing that you want to pay attention to is that with your 7 sources, it's important that they are college-level research sources, but they have to be sources that you are willing and able to read thoroughly and understand. So I've seen a lot of student bibliographies that give me very complex, high-level scholarly research that includes all sorts of advanced computational statistics, and it's pretty clear that the student has no way of understanding that because it would take upper division or graduate level knowledge even to understand what the article is saying. So there's plenty of academic research out there and plenty of scholarly sources that even a first year composition student should be able to dive into and read and understand. And you want to make sure anything you're including in your bibliography are sources that you have actually read in their entirety. Like all of the work in this class, you are welcome to use either MLA or APA formatting. We will be going over the actual format for the bibliography in a later part of the project. So I would encourage you to keep working on whichever one you've selected before. So your annotations are going to be 1 to 2 paragraph summaries of the article's main claims. You need to give all of the main arguments in the article and a description of the evidence used in the article to support those claims. This is very similar to what we did on Project 1. So all of those skills you've learned with summary and analysis, you're going to be applying to this. It needs to be something more than a brief overview of the abstract. If I can't tell from your summary that you've actually read the article, your bibliography will not be approved. Then, in addition to the summary, you're going to include an additional paragraph that discusses the importance of the article and the information it provides for your research question. So you're going to address exigency. Why is it relevant right now? Your sources should be compiled in an alphabetical list. And then finally, when you have all your sources compiled, you're going to write a 1 to 2 paragraph introduction that talks about the process of your research, what information you still need to find, and gives an overview of your research question. Again, we're going to be working on that as part of our homework and process work during this section of the course. So these aren't separate assignments. Like all of our work, you're going to post your bibliography as a Microsoft Word document to the correct Dropbox online. And you'll be sure to check your submission for any errors before you do. There are a list of minimum requirements in our assignment sheet. You'll want to make sure that you use that as a checklist for your bibliography. So that is an overview of the next project. It's kind of a project with a lot of moving parts, but as I said, we're going to be working on this project step by step through our class work. So make sure that over the next few modules and weeks, you're really paying attention to the homework and the process work, because those assignments are actually going to build your bibliography for you. If you have any questions, it's very important that you reach out to me directly. I'm happy to help with any part of this process.